Imagine waking up one day and realizing you're not the same person you were yesterday. Your body has changed. Your voice is different. The world looks at you in a new way. This isn't just fantasy. This is the story of gods, warriors, and prophets from ancient times who didn't just change their clothes. They changed their very form. Loki, the trickster god of Norse mythology, was a master of deception. He could change into anything, a bird, a fish, even a woman. But one transformation changed his fate forever. One day, Loki was on the run. To escape his enemies, he turned into a mare, a female horse. It should have been temporary, just a clever disguise. But something unexpected happened. As time passed, he wasn't just wearing the shape of a mare. He became one. And then he gave birth. His child was no ordinary foal. It was Sleipnir, an 8-legged horse, faster than the wind, strong enough to carry Odin, the king of the gods. Loki, the father of lies, had become a mother. In Viking culture, transformation was not weakness, it was power. The ability to change, to adapt, to be more than one thing at once was seen as a gift, not a curse. Even Odin, the mightiest of the Norse gods, practiced cedar, a form of magic associated with women. To walk between worlds, between identities, between destinies, that was divine. But Loki was not the only one. Across history, stories of transformation appear again and again, each revealing a deeper truth about the nature of identity. Tiresias was an ordinary man, until one strange moment altered his path forever. While walking in the mountains, he stumbled upon 2 great serpents entwined. Something, perhaps fate, compelled him to strike them apart, and in an instant, he was no longer a man. He had become a woman. For 7 years, she lived as a woman, married, and even had children. But one day she saw 2 serpents again. Striking them once more, she changed back into a man. But the gods had not finished with him yet. Zeus and Hera, locked in an endless argument, called upon Tiresias to settle a question. Who experiences more pleasure, men or women? Tiresias had lived as both. He knew the answer. And when he spoke, Hera, furious, struck him blind. But Zeus, impressed by his insight, granted him a gift, the power to see the future. Tiresias lost his sight but gained something far greater. A man, a woman, a prophet. He had lived more lives than most could imagine. In the great Hindu epic, the Mahabharata, a warrior named Shikhandi stood at the center of a destiny that had begun long before he was born. Shikhandi was born a girl, but in his heart, he knew he was meant to be a warrior, a man, and his story had roots in another lifetime. In a past life, he had been Amba, a princess, betrayed and wronged. Unable to find justice, Amba vowed to return, reborn as a warrior. And so, in a new life, he came back as Shikhandi, carrying his old soul into a new body. Through divine intervention, Shikhandi's transformation became complete, not just in spirit, but in flesh. When the great war of Kurukshetra began, he stood against Bhishma, the warrior who had once sealed Amba's fate. But Bhishma, knowing of Shikhandi's past life, refused to fight him. That hesitation became his downfall, a soul that lived twice, a warrior who rewrote fate. Not all transformations come from the gods. In many indigenous cultures of North America, some people were neither just male nor female. They were something more. They were called two-spirit, those who carried both masculine and feminine energy within them. But far from being outcasts, they were revered. Two-spirit people were healers, visionaries, leaders. Their ability to see the world from 2 perspectives was seen as a gift, not a limitation. Before rigid labels, before strict definitions, there were those who lived freely, embracing the power of both. Again and again, mythology tells us that identity is not a straight line. It bends, it transforms, it defies expectations. From gods who changed their form, to warriors who defied their fate. These ancient stories reveal a truth many have forgotten. Gender was never just one thing. It was fluid, powerful, and divine. What do you think? Do these myths change the way you see history? Have you heard of other legends like these? Tell me in the comments. Let's keep this conversation going. And if you love uncovering the hidden stories of mythology and history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me next time for another journey into the past.